Good afternoon, everyone. This is meteorologist Shane Hinton hopping on to Facebook Live and our other social media platforms in order to give you a look at that forecast as we are tracking a strong cold front that will be pushing through central Texas later this evening into your Thursday morning. Before I get started, I want to make sure that you can in fact hear me. So just let me know if my microphone's working by commenting in the Facebook comments where you're tuning in from. We'll get started in the next few moments. Hi there, Carly. How are you doing today? Jenny, this is a real cold front. I promise you, this definitely is one. Let me hop onto the camera real quick just to make sure that you see me. Hi there. Okay, I'm getting on my sound check, so thank you so much, you guys. If I look down for any reason during this this stream, it's because I'm monitoring your comments here to make sure that I can answer any questions that you might have. So the time is currently 4:26 if you're watching this Facebook live or this stream live. We're going to be posting it to our social media platforms after it's done, so feel free to share this information with family and friends. Right now we are tracking a warm and breezy day across central Texas. Take a quick look at some of those temperatures. We're talking upper 70s to lower 80s across the KVUE viewing area. So as you see, we're not really dealing with any rain activity just yet. In fact, the chances for rain will be slim to none. The highest chance is about 10 to 20% overnight. During this Facebook Live and stream, I'm going to be talking about your hourly forecast, not only for temperatures and rain chances, but also for the winds as well. It's been pretty gusty. In fact, during our midday show, we saw gusts close to 30 miles per hour. And it's a trend that I think we'll see continue as we make our way throughout the next 24 hours or so. In fact, we could see breezy conditions persist behind the cold front. Right now, you're taking a look at the current winds and gusts. Just as a reminder, numbers you see labeled in white, those are the sustained winds. Numbers in gold, those are your gusts, so those strong bursts of wind. We're seeing bursts of wind up to 20 miles per hour up in Burnett, 23 out in College Station. Sustained winds elsewhere anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour. This is all ahead of the front. Right now it is just to the north of us, and you can see the stark contrast in temperatures, okay? We're talking 57 up in Lubbock, 50 in Amarillo, goodness gracious, 81 currently out at Camp Mabry. So this cold front will move through overnight. So another overnight system, no stranger to central Texas here. Okay, we're accustomed to these overnight systems. That's been the pattern for the past several cold fronts that we've been tracking here in the KVUE Weather Center. Notice that as we get into the early evening hours, we could see just the slightest chance for an isolated shower to spark up. That is only about a 10 to 20% chance. In fact, the National Weather Service said the best chance for any isolated thunderstorms will most likely be as you make your way out towards the coastal plains, and that would be later tonight into early tomorrow morning. Right now, the timeline is showing the cold front in the hill country around 9 to 10 o'clock this evening, making its way to the I-35 corridor anywhere from midnight to 2 a.m. and then exiting out to the coastal plains between 4 and 6 a.m. Now, I do think our coastal plain communities will have the highest chance for rumbles of thunder, but we are not tracking a severe weather threat with this system. In fact, the best chance for any strong weather would be those strong gusts. We're talking 30, 35 miles per hour possible at times. Notice that as you head out the door tomorrow morning, going for that Thursday morning commute, you are going to be dealing with cool and breezy conditions. Right now, it's not as cool with that breeze because the wind's coming in from the south and southwest. After the front moves through, we're going to be talking about winds and gusts from the north and northeast, and that is going to bring a significant chill with it, okay? So make sure you're planning accordingly as you're getting dressed or you're getting the kids dressed for school. It's definitely going to be one of those chillier evenings, especially when we get into the afternoon, where we are expecting around a 20-degree difference in regards to today's highs and tomorrow's highs, okay? We're going to get knocked back down to seasonal averages. Today we're in the lower 80s. Tomorrow we're talking possibly the mid 60s. The average low this time of year, just as a reminder, is around 71 degrees. Notice as we go into the afternoon, as I mentioned, temperatures struggling to get to the lower to mid 60s. Some of you out in the hill country might even see temperatures that are staying in the 50s. As we go into the overnight period Thursday into Friday, that's where I think we'll be tracking our coolest temperatures of the week. Notice that this forecast model wants to indicate temperatures in the 30s for the hill country and then anywhere from the upper 30s to mid 40s as you make your way along I-35 and out towards our eastern counties. Once again, rain's not going to be much of a concern. That's why we kind of want to focus in on the winds, okay? If you have any lawn decorations, if you're one of those early birds who's already started decorating the house and the lawn for Christmas, I don't blame you. There's no judgment here. But I do want to let you know that you might need to kind of bunker things down just because we could see those gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour for tomorrow. Notice that the winds will eventually shift from the south and southwest to the north and northwest, eventually turning out of the northeast. Overnight, this is 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be pretty widespread, those gusts. So if we have any comments or questions in the comments about what is my specific neighborhood going to experience, it's pretty widespread in regards to those wind speeds and those gusts. So that's what you should be preparing for, 30 to 35 miles per hour. Sustained winds could be anywhere from 5 to 15 or 20 miles per hour. So don't be surprised if you get woken up with a little bit of wind tonight. As we make our way into Thursday, notice that the winds slowly taper off. I expect a breezy to gusty morning and midday. In fact, the high-resolution forecast models not indicating that those winds fully tapering off until somewhat on late Thursday night, early Friday. And even then, it could still be a little breezy at times, okay? So here's a kind of a larger scale look at this front. It's going to be pushing through tonight, but this isn't the only cold front we're tracking. I'm going to be talking about a second one that'll be arriving later in the weekend, but take a look at some of these temperatures. I know I had a question earlier today saying, Shane, how long are the cooler conditions going to stick around? We'll notice on Thursday, we struggled to get into the lower to mid 60s. We remain in the mid, maybe upper 60s for some for Friday, but then a warming trend takes hold for the weekend. Saturday, mid 70s, Sunday, upper 70s, and that is when we'll be tracking the potential for another cold front to move through. This one won't bring a strong 20-degree difference in temperatures, but it will bring a slight chance for an isolated shower. Anywhere from about 10 to 20% is what I've got on it for now. And then also another 10-degree cool down to kick off the beginning of your work week, where we're talking upper 60s maybe on Monday for your afternoon high. Once again, not as concerned with a severe weather threat for either of these cold fronts. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast, kind of give you a larger look as we head into your Thanksgiving week. Now, even though this 7-day forecast does not include Thanksgiving just yet, we're going to be monitoring those long-term forecast models closely because I've started to see a little bit of a trend that is showing that we could have a storm system. I don't want to cause alarm. I'm not trying to overhype anything, but I do want to let you know that we are already kind of focusing on what you can expect for the holiday, and especially for those of you who will be traveling during the holidays. So make sure you stay tuned with KVUE both on air and online the closer we get to Thanksgiving so we can have a more accurate look at your traveling forecast. For today, temperatures are going to be topping out in the lower to mid 80s. We're already seeing those our highs for today since we had those earlier sunsets. As we go into tomorrow, lower to mid 60s, a few degrees warmer for Friday, jumping up into the mid 70s for Saturday, looking beautiful, maybe a little breezy at times, but then even breezier as we head into Sunday. The beginning of your Thanksgiving week looks pretty calm for now. We're going to be putting more of that emphasis on the long-term forecast models in regards to that storm potential as we make our way closer to Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. But like I said, it's still pretty far out. Just want to go ahead and put that on your radar. I am now going to start combing through the comments, making sure I am not forgetting anyone's question. Mary Lou says, when are we going to get consistent cold, right? I feel like in Central Texas, it's really a roller coaster, right? Some weeks we're up, some weeks we're down. And if I'm going to get the sweaters out, I just want to keep them out. I keep on getting them, wearing them for a day or two, washing them, and then folding them up and putting them back away in storage, it feels like. So I definitely know how you're feeling. And hopefully we can get a little bit more consistent temperatures pretty soon. But the great thing about forecasts like this is there is a little bit of something for everyone, okay? I got really scared. I thought something was swooping from below. We're just getting everything set up before our 5 o'clock broadcast that's happening in the next 25 minutes. Veronica asking about any rain. Actually, that's a great point, Veronica. Let me pull up that rainfall forecast just so you can see how little rain we are expecting with this system. Right now, the forecast models are indicating less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, closer to kind of like 1/100th of an inch. What you're seeing right there on your screen, that's the projections over the next 7 days. Notice that our highest chances for rain are going to be as you make your way out towards the east and further toward the coastal plains. So we're not going to be concerned with a flooding threat at all. So Veronica answered your question. Karina, you're in South Dakota, 19 degrees. Well, girl, keep that up there. We don't want it down here. Winds making it feel like it's 6 degrees. Loving what you'll be coming back to. Come on down. Look, I am sending warm thoughts your way, Karina. We need to get you out of South Dakota. That's too chilly. You give me flashbacks to February whenever you say temperatures like that. So that's a no. Anna, your birthday is on Thanksgiving, and you want fall weather, not winter cold. Well, first off, happy early birthday. Second, I think the temperatures are going to be closer to average. I think the main concern is going to be whether or not we see rain on Thanksgiving. I think that would kind of put a damper on things. So hopefully we can keep the rain away for the holiday. John asking questions about any freeze soon for Driftwood, Texas. Okay, so in regards to freezing temperatures, the National Weather Service says that they have not indicated any on their forecast models. Now, one area out in the hill country, out near Llano, did reach freezing officially on the 13th of this month. It hit 32 degrees. Elsewhere, still haven't had that first freeze moment. The National Weather Service has said they are not concerned with a freeze with this forecast, at least in this 7-day period. I would not be surprised if a couple of isolated areas around the hill country got close to the freezing mark on Friday morning. Okay, so not tonight, but the following day whenever we actually have like the full consistent flow of that cooler air from the north. So no concerns in regards to a freeze at this time. David, when's the snow hit? Snow is not in this forecast. No, sir. Not today, anyway. We're going to try and keep that off as far as possible. You're asking about January. Will there be a freeze in January? Well, it's a little far out to be forecasting when the freeze will be and how long the freeze will last. Long-term kind of like climate models have indicated that we're expecting a warmer than average winter. I think that's rung pretty true so far for fall. Our temperatures have been more consistently on the above average side, I'd say, compared to the below average temperatures. I feel like those have been kind of hit or miss. So just expect a little warmer than average winter overall. Whether or not there's a freeze in January, I would not be surprised. We're certainly not, strangers to freezing temperatures here in Central Texas, but this far out, can't exactly pinpoint whether or not there will be a freeze in January. Mary Lou, will the humidity be low? I like cool but can do without the humidity. Well, great news. Yes, dew points are going to be lower, thus lower humidity values as this front moves through. Right now, we are seeing dew points in the mid to upper 60s, so it does feel a little bit stickier out there for some areas. The reason why it's not just miserably muggy is because of the fact that it is so breezy, so the wind helps to kind of stir it up and make it feel a little bit cooler than what the temperature is reading on the thermometer. So yes, expect drier air, expect cooler air moving in with the passage of this cold front. So that's some good news for you. Alton, I like that riddle. That's a good one. I'm stealing that one, Alton. I like that one. Okay, I don't think I'm seeing any other questions. The great news is we have Chief Meteorologist Erica Lopez, who is going to be in the Weather Center with an updated look at your forecast, not only for tonight's cold front, but also the system we're going to be tracking for the weekend and an early look at what you can expect to kick off your Thanksgiving holiday week. That'll get started in the next 20 minutes, so we'll see you here on KVUE News starting at 5. Until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay smart, most importantly, stay kind, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.